Hello friends, welcome to today's video. Yesterday I did what turned into a product evaluation of this Fantaseal friction arm that I had hoped to hold up cameras with. Wasn't completely happy with that and may end up sending it back still, so I've repackaged everything in the box. We'll throw that aside for now. Today I'm looking at this microphone kit, which I also got yesterday but didn't even get a chance to look into. And this is intended as sort of a studio microphone type purpose. I've been using a lavalier microphone, which is what you're hearing right now, and that's been working fine for my purposes. So we're going to do a little unboxing, learn about this together. And one of my main complaints with the friction arm yesterday was that it didn't come with an instruction book, but here we see a very nice instruction book. This is precisely solves the gripe. I haven't even looked at it yet, but it's got multiple pages, it's got pictures. I'm already a lot happier than I was with the Fantaseal people who didn't provide any instructions whatsoever, or even a picture. This is kind of obvious, the pieces that we've got here so far. We've got a mount, we've got a I don't know what these are called, split screen, so to speak. Got a little wind cover, got a cable. This is, you can see, is an XLR type cable that goes to the microphone probably, and a mini phono to go to the recording source. This one is very popular for kind of home use. And we can see here, this is the Neewer brand NW-700. We got a clamp. A lot of good things going on here so far. I'm impressed. So to save you a little time, I'm going to put all that stuff together off to the side and kind of show you the final result. But before we do that, let me talk about what I learned yesterday. I ended up making an 8-minute video. The idea was to kind of make it as quickly as possible and to you know, kind of, it wasn't something that was really going to draw a lot of interest, but I just kind of wanted to make a real quick video to express my experience and then to put it out on the internet. So 8 minutes ended up taking me about 4 hours total between shooting, and really the lengthiest part of the process, for me at least, has been the editing process. So I found that to be kind of rewarding, but it's a combination of learning how to use the editor tool. I'm using a CyberLink Power Director, which I'm mostly happy with, but not entirely. And then I'm also doing some, I'm partly learning the tool, and I'm partly, well, while I'm rambling, I guess I might as well just go ahead and try to put the pieces together in front of you here. So part of the slowness is learning the tool, learning techniques, kind of learning the workflow, and those things are all kind of normal part of the process. Obviously the windscreen goes on here. I got the XLR plug on here. We have the side mount here, and this is kind of a standard friction arm such as you use in you see these a lot in light applications. Like here's a light that I've been using that's just kind of a standard magnifying desk light, but as you can see, this has the same sort of arm, pretty standard design. As a tip, you can get these type of lamps often. I've seen a lot of those in thrift stores, and I can imagine even if you don't want the light at the end, this one has a large magnifying glass for close-up work as well as a light. You could potentially remount something different onto the end of this friction arm. And taking that a step further, the new microphone piece that I just got, I don't have to use this end for a microphone. I can, whoops, actually that goes into here, I can see. But I could, whoops, oh, see, I'm learning as I go. So this has screw threads here that match the screw threads here. And this is held together by friction from this kind of a clamp down screw. We've got something here. So in comparison to the friction arm that I bought yesterday and was frustrated not having equipment or instructions, you notice here something interesting, which is, aside from just flipping through the instructions to show that I had some, I was able to figure this out live. I'm not quite sure why that's turning, so that might be where we have to go to instructions. But I was able to figure out most of this live right in front of you in a reasonable amount of time. I may look at the instructions for some of the finer points that I'm having trouble with. But the ideal thing is something makes sense without the instructions, but really almost everything should come with instructions. And so these people are getting a lot of points for me already. Without even having tested the microphone, I'm impressed with the physical construction of it, the pieces, the way they're put together. And assuming this has a good sound, which is, pretty much assured for my purposes of, I'm not trying to do audio recordings with pristine sound. For my purposes as kind of a YouTuber, I'm really guessing the sound from this is going to be just fine and probably better than the lavalier microphone that I'm using. I'm using a Pop Voice microphone that I covered in my microphone test video. And I've been very happy with that. So we'll end it there. My goal is to, I've done this all in one shot so far. I'm going to do some very minimal editing and publish this thing. And if I'm really lucky, I can get out another 8 or 10 minute video in about 1 hour by spending less time on editing. And that's kind of one of the lessons that I've learned so far is you spend more time editing than shooting. And a lot of the editing time that I've spent has been fixing up mistakes that I made shooting. So really the moral of the story is make a second take, a third take, whatever it is, but get a really good take that you don't have to do much editing on. Because although you can fix problems in the editing stage, it takes a lot more time than just reshooting the video. So we'll let it go at that. Hope you enjoyed this. Please give it a like and a thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel. Help me out with a new video channel on YouTube. Thanks again. Bye-bye.